We want to thank our amazing sponsor, the rope drop queen herself, Michelle McKnight. She is a destination specialist with touring plans and can help you plan an amazing vacation. Whether it's Disney, Universal, a cruise, or an all-inclusive, she can help you with booking, planning, and strategizing to help you have an incredible experience at a great rate. Contact her today at michelle@touringplans.com. Now, on to the show.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. Derek and Doug talking all things Disney. And Doug, it has been a phenomenal week. We're coming up to the end of the year. A lot of things have happened, a lot of things still to come. And I really like this episode because it made me think about what I would do if I had the new year in charge of Disney.
The power.
The power that I've thought of lately.
Infinite power.
Little teaser for what we're going to be talking about here in a minute. But yes, this has been a fun one, and we want to hear more with you guys on what you would do, so stay tuned to that. But first, we got to thank a new Patreon that joined the Rope Drop Radio community, and that is Josh Worthington. Thank you so much for becoming a Rope Drop Radio Patreon. A lot of our Patreons got some gifts in the mail this week, so thank you guys so much for supporting the show and all the things that you guys do.
Yes, thank you, patrons. And on to Apple Podcast reviews. FYI, folks, this could be the last one I have to read unless somebody,
someone leave a review. That's
something.
A Christmas gift for us.
We haven't gotten a review in December yet, Derek.
Oh, no. Please, someone take a minute right now. Click that 5-star. Let's do it.
Yeah. So here we go. Fun and informative by Boston Minis. I'm assuming not like short people from Boston.
That sounds like a donut.
Sounds like it does. Is it like one of those donut holes, like from Dunkin' Donuts?
Yes. Could be a Boston
What are they,
Mini.
Munchkin? They're called Munchkins, right? Instead of Boston
I call them
Minis.
Timbits because I got my
Canadian.
Canadian.
That's Canadian.
Bag. Yeah, you're right.
Timbits that's the Canadian version from Tim Hortons.
Yep.
Right now we are off track.
Yes.
Talking about donut holes. All right. One of the best Disney travel podcasts out there. It's great for first-timers and veterans alike. Derek and Doug are funny, welcoming, and very relatable. Don't miss out. A nail on the head.
I like it. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That's words of affirmation for me. I love it.
Right? We're funny, Derek.
Yeah, sometimes. My kids would disagree, but thank you.
Oh. My kids strongly disagree with that.
Okay, at least my kids only slightly disagree.
Yeah,
I can make them laugh.
Have some time.
I can make a good poop joke, and we have a Elf on the Shelf right now, Doug, and we can put him in weird places to make my kids laugh. He's in the bathroom right now.
Oh dear. And moving
back to the show. So before we dive into today's topic, we do need to talk a little bit more about what's happening with travel and booking and the news and all those things. Doug and I can't really talk about it. So we have Michelle McKnight. She is the rope drop queen, and she does all of our travel booking and knows the frustrations that some of you guys are having right now when it comes to booking. So Michelle, what's going on with Disney and travel planning?
Things are busy, which is good for me and good for the travel industry, but it could be bad for
hard
you.
For me or, someone who wants to make a last-minute vacation.
Yes, very hard. Derek is trying to get into Disney World, to a Disney resort the first week of January, and there's no availability. So last-minute vacations are not easy. You should try planning ahead. So if you want to think...
Okay, sorry, I laughed at it. Oh, that was a good one, Michelle. I like that.
Do you remember when we used to book everything 6 months in advance, like down to the day? Disney's now programmed us for short term, and now they're unprogramming us for short.
There's just at some weeks of the year, there's nothing available. Sometimes there's no values. Sometimes there's no deluxes. Sometimes there's no values. Sorry, I said that. Moderates.
Maybe the value is twice gone.
It really is.
Or thrice.
Yeah. Some weeks, you just can't find an affordable hotel. So
maybe they need to open All-Star Sports.
That would be good, but that's not going to take everybody. So what I'm just saying is please plan in advance.
If you're thinking about a Disney vacation in 2022, quit thinking and
I'm
get
sure
that email
no one's
sent.
going to be there over Christmas. That's in 2 weeks.
Everybody's
Might
with
as
their
well,
families.
take a Disney vacation.
Yeah. But really, when you plan in advance, you have lots of things working to your advantage, right? You have, if you book in advance, obviously you can get the resort you want.
And the type of room, too, the category.
Yep. You can lock in the price because we all know the prices can't stay the same forever. So it's possible tickets could go up sometime. Who knows? We never know when Disney's going to raise those.
It could be raised from the time we record to the time the show airs, just because you mentioned that.
Yeah,
Way
knock
to
on
go.
something.
Sorry.
It's all Michelle's fault.
Yep.
If Disney decides to add a discount, then you are already ready.
Michelle will watch that for you.
I don't know that they are. With rooms so slim, it's hard to say,
discounts.
Right?
Those were my favorite text messages I ever got. Wake up and say, hey, I saved you an extra $300. I'm like, I love you.
Yeah, those have been hard to send lately because there isn't any discounts except for a couple annual passes and a couple Disney visas and a couple Florida residents.
I have a couple of those things. Let's try to get me a room in January. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah, we're going to add a discount to nothing.
Okay, got it. Nothing. There you go.
Zippo.
20% off.
I have some friends, listeners. I might come stay with you with my kids.
Yeah, that might be your best option. I tried to send him to Universal, but he doesn't have Universal annual passes, so he doesn't want to do that.
That's right.
If you're listening to this and Disney's not available, I'm happy to send you to Universal.
Ooh, SeaWorld?
They do have availability.
Okay.
I don't recommend a whole vacation there, maybe a day.
An afternoon.
No.
Yeah.
And then, too, another benefit if you book early is you can book dining reservations, and not have to scrounge around and use the touring plans ADR Finder as much as some people do.
Yeah.
Like Derek.
Yep, love
or
that
like
thing.
people that shift their vacation by a week after the fact. Are you open?
Yeah. So I mean, think of all the benefits you can do if you book
you can
your
also
trip
budget better
early. Yeah. You can start saving those Disney gift cards to apply.
Yeah.
You can also link them online and combine them. Got lots of time.
Travel agents love that.
Lots
Combine
of time to do
your
that.
gift cards.
So.
No, I just want to mail Michelle like 1,000 $5 gift cards and just let her have at it.
Like.
And you know what I'll do?
Mail?
I'm going to mail them back.
Okay.
I'm going to say, you link them and combine them. And then give me the big card. Sounds fun.
Oh, dear. I could see you two doing that, too.
Yeah, that's about our personalities. That works out. But yeah, it is amazing how crazy full it has been, even looking on the boards and everything. It blows my mind. So yeah, that's something that our listeners need to take note and book way in advance.
And it's not just Disney. I know I joked that Universal, has availability, but they don't all the time. No. Even Mexico, I'm trying to book a big group for Mexico in March, and there's no availability anymore. When we quoted it originally, there was rooms. Now there's not. So now we're scrounging for a place for a big group.
Do you feel like it's FOMO, like with the pandemic and everything, that people are really wanting to travel again, or that there's a backup of Disney points or money that they want to use? Why do you think it's so busy right now?
It's YOLO, not FOMO. That's why.
Fear of missing out. That would have been 4.
Okay.
No, now you only live once.
Yeah, now it.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Is that what I said? I don't know.
You said YOLO.
That's
I said
what YOLO
FOMO.
means.
I was just wanting to say more things to sound
Similar
Okay.
things. I think it's because people didn't vacation for 1.5 to 2 years. People that I planned trips for in March of 2020 just traveled, or still are planning to travel this next year. So
2 years.
So that's 2 years of people that are been holding out. And some of them, their kids are vaccinated now, so that's why they feel comfortable going. Others feel like, okay, we waited long enough. I mean, this might go on forever.
Can't wait forever.
Also, kids are 2 years older. Some kids are more expensive. Some kids aren't into Disney anymore. So
what?
Yeah.
I know,
That's
right?
bad
Don't
parenting.
miss your window.
Sorry, I don't know.
It's true, yeah.
So lots of different compounding reasons, but they're all coming together at once for 2022.
That's true. You got your kind of like multiple waves coming together at the same time and summing to be bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, cruising though, there's
That's
lots
awesome.
of cruises that are available.
I loved our cruise the other week.
I had
think
somebody
we
who
said
was
that
going to
on the
go
show.
to Disney World over spring break and then decided with the thought of the crowds and the thought of the resort that they wanted all sold out, they're going to jump on the Disney Magic. So,
Huh.
Yeah.
Now, do I do that with my kids the first week of January?
there
Your
you go.
annual pass doesn't help you at all.
That does not, but what the heck at this point?
Cruising was awesome.
Yep, it's good. Yeah.
And yeah, it was great to be on the ship. The kids had a blast too. I was a little worried they'd be like, "This isn't the same," but they loved it. I think the fireworks are the perfect length as well.
Yeah.
Minute and a half, blow stuff up. Minute and a half, my attention span's gone.
Well,
I like it better not set to pirate music too.
That too.
That's another show.
Anyway,
that is a whole, yeah, we already talked about that in another show. Michelle, before you go, I do want to hit up one thing. We have not talked about Christmas and the holidays at all on this show because I think we all forgot about that. It was, it's here. So what are some of, it's already here. Yeah, Christmas decorations are up. So what are some of your favorite things, Michelle and Doug, with the theme parks and Disney during the Christmas season?
Well, I love all the decorations. All the parks are awesome now. Even the Animal Kingdom gets in the spirit.
Yes.
It didn't used to.
Menagerie animals up front there.
The puppets.
Menagerie.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're called?
I'm saying puppets for people that,
Very elaborate.
I really like the storytellers in Epcot, so I'm excited to see them because they weren't around last year. So you've got like La Befana and...
If we were asked to rank the storytellers.
Yeah.
And... La Befana,
it has to be top.
That's number one. It's a witch that like steals your shoes or puts stuff in your shoes or I don't know what she does in your shoes.
I need a
she
refresher.
does something to your shoes. We're gonna see them. Yeah. We're gonna go watch them this week.
Yeah.
And then Pierre Noel.
And there's a witch.
Well, we just mentioned the witch.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking of the Norway. Sorry.
There's another witch.
Yeah.
All kinds of witches at Christmas. I don't know.
I'm in the wrong country.
Anyway, it's cool to see, what other countries do with Christmas. It's not just Santa Claus. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's mostly iterations of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And you get the Chinese New Year, the Japanese. They talk about the thing that I can't remember the name of. That's a great podcasting thing to say.
The Candlelight Processional? No?
That's good. Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Except for Neil Patrick Harris was missing this year. I've seen him the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I might as well read it if it's not Neil Patrick Harris.
Right?
Jeez.
You guys are on pretty close to the same level.
Pretty much. I mean, we cruise together, Derek. So don't forget that. I'm going to drop that whenever I can. I think one of my favorite things about the holiday is the shift in music to holiday music now in mid-November. It doesn't do it for me, but actually around the hallways in December, I love the
holidays. You said hallways.
Hallways. It's in hallways too, but the Hollywood Studios entrance music, that Christmas track is my favorite.
The swing.
Yeah, it's big band Christmas. Of course I like that. Little Glenn Miller playing Christmas music. Sign me up. I'd love to play it too. But I'm getting old.
I know some of our listeners and Patreons asked about that, so there we go.
How about you, Derek? What Christmas things do you...
I'm going to go all the way out west because I hate It's a Small World, but for some reason, as soon as the holidays come, I will do It's a Small World all day with the projection mapping. We've been blessed with princesses coming out, the fake snow, and I really like Disneyland during the holidays.
Okay.
Cars Land is really cool during
It
the
is
holiday.
Actually. I do love Cars Land too. Yeah, they do a great job. Yep.
What about the music change on It's a Small World though? Holidays out there.
I like it. I've recorded the whole thing. In fact, I probably could find it and drop it.
It's like the same 8 measures over and over. I'm pretty confident.
Still better than It's a Small World after all.
I don't know. We'll agree to disagree there. It's a Small World is a timeless classic. Everyone should love it. We lost listeners. I'm sorry.
You mentioned the projection mapping, and I really like the Tower of Terror. How it becomes like a gingerbread house, too.
And a present.
A present. I really like that too.
I like all the snacks.
Of course you do. Yes, you're right. You do.
That's. I'll eat the snacks. Thank you. Come again.
You don't like mint, though.
Yeah, they put mint.
I don't either. I agree.
Claire doesn't like mint.
Nope, I'm good. I agree with you, Doug.
I mean, I like mint. I'll give me the peppermint milkshake at Chick-fil-A, and it's Christmas time.
Nope.
Did you just say ew?
Ew. No.
Oh, Derek.
No, I don't. Chocolate and peppermint don't mix in my book. So that's not Christmas to me.
That is a shame. because it is, and we'll just
A 10-pound prime rib. That's Christmas to me. I don't know where you get that at Disney World or Land, but got to find that.
Probably at the
This
character
show has
diner at
gotten
Hollywood
way
Studios.
off topic, by the way.
I can
love
tell
it.
you where you get your prime rib.
Okay.
No, I can't. It's roast.
It's roast.
Never mind. Anyway, one thing to look ahead to and book if we're talking about snacks is the International Flower and Garden Festival begins March 2nd, runs through. Derek, have you seen this? The date it runs through starts
No, I
March
haven't.
2nd. Flower and Garden. Guess the day it runs to.
May 25th. It was the first day that popped in my head because it was Declan's birthday.
Amateur.
Whoa,
Amateur.
years ago, yes.
Yes.
July 4th.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
And I bet Food and Wine starts on July 6th.
So,
I
or
don't
like
know.
the 10th.
Wow. I don't know if I've been to Walt Disney World in June, so that blows my mind. Actually, yeah. Wow.
July 4th.
That's insane. That is the longest flower and garden festival I've ever seen.
125 days. The gardeners need a raise. I'm gonna say that already.
That's a lot of sneezing.
I get a sneeze. I can't the area where they put all the flowers.
That's a third
around
of the year, basically.
lagoon.
And we still have because we didn't even talk about we have the Festival of the Arts coming up. Like that starts soon. And that's my favorite festival.
And it can't run any longer than March 2nd.
Yeah.
Because and the Flower and Garden to me is like the least exciting
Oh no, I can't stand it.
one.
I agree.
I like the flower sculpture.
You like me
I like the
sneezing?
topiaries,
Like,
yeah.
getting all-
Yeah.
I do like that. That
Alright.
amuses me.
I'm fine. So
Yeah, I don't
like-
sneeze.
You
Yep.
two are mean.
It's pretty good to photograph.
It's pretty in pictures. Like toddlers, they're great in pictures. Real life, though, oof.
They're not good at pictures either. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what are you talking
They're
about?
cute in pictures. When you go back and look at your
Cute.
And
children,
sometimes, if Callum
You
wants to
capture a
take a
moment.
picture, he'll take a picture.
it's
Yeah.
never a staged picture. It's like a candid picture.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
All right.
Christmas
Let's-
bookhead.
There we
Let's
go. We'll get to
for
the
our
real
CEO talk.
show. How about that?
Yeah,
So,
Michelle doesn't want to play along. For
Yeah, I'm
this.
gonna leave.
all right.
I'm gonna
Love you,
stay.
Michelle.
All right. So CEO talk. We asked Twitter for topics. We got a lot about Christmas, some other great ones that we'll get to eventually, like PhotoPass show. But the one that intrigued me for it's coming up on the end of the year is if you replace Chapek tomorrow.
Like you or me,
I am
you
Chapek.
the listener. Doug is the, you or me. Yes, that is the show.
What would you do short term, immediately, 5 years, 10 years? So I think we have to answer immediately first.
Immediately? Yes, of course. That
Immediately.
makes
So
sense.
Day one. What's the first thing you do on day one other than having a staff meeting?
I would soil myself because that's a lot of responsibility coming out of the podcasting world and then just being
I
like,
don't feel-
hey, you're now in charge of Disney.
Like, it's more than the parks, folks. So can we just focus on the parks for this?
That sounds good because what's great is you and I didn't talk about this show. I got your, this is what we're doing. And I was like, oh, because I was like, Disney Plus is in a pretty good
Yeah, I was like,
trajectory right now.
what do?
There's some things I would add and do. So we're just going to focus on the parks. I like that.
Yeah, because it's just so much.
Day one, I'm taking a walk around with every Imagineer, my staff. We're going to go to all 4 parks. We'll just start at Walt Disney World. And day one, I want to be able to announce things like what's taking over Primeval World. Like I want to have a game plan and this is it. And I want to be able to go to all the parks and be able to acknowledge where things are falling to the wayside and how we're going to fix them. And so I'm looking at Stitch at Magic Kingdom. I want to be able to have a game plan. Maybe I don't have a correct
What, you
IP.
think there should be a game plan for a building that's sitting empty in the prime real estate of your parks?
Yes, absolutely. In fact,
Crazy
the fact
talk.
that there's not something there bothers me a lot. But I want to be able to have a game plan day one. Even if I don't have the correct IP, I want to be able to be like, hey, this is what we're focusing on. And I want to take points in each of the main parks, the main 4 parks of Florida, and say these are where we're attacking
So
first.
maybe not announce like this attraction's coming to this because
Yes.
it's day one. How
Yeah.
would you know, right? But you're gonna say like I actually
I
care
know.
about
I
this.
care about the
this
parks.
needs to get done.
I know the listeners. I know you guys who go to the parks are having issues with these areas. These are what I'm going to address right away and really focus on those kind of, instead of kind of fixing with the Band-Aid, be able to promise our people, especially the people that have been coming to Walt Disney World for years and years and years, the DVC members, the people that listen to our show, be able to give those people some hope that we are here to clean up and fix up the parks. I'm not going to promise a fifth gate no. I'm going to just attack some of the trouble areas.
So day one for me, after I give myself a bonus.
Oh, of course. Well, then, dang it. I should have done that. And you eat a Dole Whip.
I eat a Dole Whip.
You call up Derek and we hang out for a minute.
We would.
We do a live show. That's what I would have done first.
Oh.
Yep.
Rope Drop Radio becomes the official podcast of the Walt Disney World executive team.
Number one. There you go.
So day one, I hire Derek and a few others. So this show idea came from Kent. Kent's going to be on the executive advisory board. So I think you need some people that actually go in the park, like a fan advisory board, a committee. That's what I would announce. More inputs on something. And like you have cast member input, there's probably already exists, but if it does exist, they should acknowledge it exists so that we don't have to complain about things as much. But and I like your acknowledging what's wrong. That would be day one. And then short term. So I think our day ones are similar.
I like the idea. Yeah, I want to, especially whoever does replace Bob someday, hopefully soon, I didn't say that, can acknowledge and be a park fan. Like, that's what I really want from someone in leadership, is to be, I love the theme parks. I go all the time. I know, I feel your pain, and be able to acknowledge this. I talked to my wife about this show, and she goes, I would bring back Fast Pass in a heartbeat. And I'm like, we're on a different plane.
You also... You're doing the job. You're not like carte blanche, right?
Yes.
You now have a board of executives above you, and you could get fired.
Yep. So
you still have to make money. So
the problem is, you can't get rid of the things that's already been done.
Unless you find a way to replace that revenue, you can't get rid of it.
Oh, which I got for the next one. Are you asking me?
Is that in the short term? Let's go short term now.
Short term, I've said it on the show, and I'm going to make it official. You can buy ADRs.
Whew.
I've never understood why you can't buy ADRs. It bothers me, and I totally would spend money to be able to eat at some of the signature and e-ticket places that you can. Ohana or California Grill at Fireworks. And I don't know how it all works. Hire someone smarter than me to make it work in the app, sure. But like, I would do that, and I feel like that would be a little bit of a revenue stream coming in.
Yeah, There's a lot of people that are scared by that idea right now, Derek.
Oh, I'm well aware. I'm scaring myself.
Let's be honest. Derek was the one person that liked the annual pass Magic Band with Scrooge McDuck.
I'm going to buy it as soon as I can figure out when and where to buy it.
Everybody else is like, they put Scrooge on a Magic. They're not even pretending anymore.
It is all about how I can make more money. I get it.
I was oblivious that it was
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. I'm like, why is there a pirate head? What?
I'm not going to lie. I'm glad a couple people said something and it made me look up from Scrooge. I'm like, oh, it's right above his head. How did I miss that? Yeah, I was looking at the gold below.
Yeah, I was just like, did somebody accidentally drop some clip art in here? Like, what happened? And it was explained to me because I was oblivious. But yeah, that's Derek. He's making you pay for your ADRs now.
I'm just saying, I think it would be a good little revenue stream if we're looking at, you know what, as the CEO, we have to figure out ways to make money. And I think that really has been one of the more challenging things as I look at this whole, like, I feel like this is such a good listener question type. Like, everyone who's listening to this right now probably has input, and we're going to put that on all of our social media. So
here's
let us know.
One of my short-term things.
Yes.
Because I don't think in the short term you're announcing construction projects.
Also,
right?
Yeti's coming back.
Hopefully, maybe. I mean,
if I'm
Disco
in charge,
Plus,
it's done. Yes.
Disco Plus Yeti. Anyway, I think the hotels You have a great advertising. They have some channels to advertise, but we're used to streaming everything now, correct? Like we don't flip through channels at home to watch TV. No one's just flipping through seeing what's on these days. I think you give a limited version of Disney Plus, like the first episode of all your Marvel episodes. You don't put them all on there. You give everybody a taste. Episode number 1 of everything, maybe 1 and 2 of everything, so that when they leave, you give them a code so they can get like $1 off a month or an annual subscription to Disney Plus, because there's still plenty of people out there that do not have a subscription. And I think you got to use that synergy. So that's where I'm going to make the board happy, the shareholders happy. You're going to charge people to make ADRs, which has definitely made some people throw things at their radios.
Happens. Yep, got to.
I think I'm gonna try to upsell you some Disney Plus by teasing you while you're on vacation with the first episode of everything.
For the record, we traveled right after Disney Plus was released, and back then I was not understanding why it wasn't in the rooms. And fast forward, I'm still not understanding why it's not in the rooms.
It doesn't make any sense other than maybe they feel they don't have enough broadband service bandwidth to have everybody streaming.
On the cruise ships, though, you got everything, so I just don't get it.
But it's still not Disney Plus. It's
just
access to movies.
Though it gives me I wish I had this access all the time.
Right, which you pretty much do in Disney Plus, but they don't have any of their originals on there. I was a little surprised. I thought when we were on the ship, I was going to see Captain America Winter Soldier, or Falcon Winter Soldier, sorry. I thought I'd see Loki on there, but you did not see that stuff. So that's what I would tease people with. Episode 1, make them want some more, purchase or that. So there you go. That's one of my short-term things. Anything else in the short term? Other than I would double the maintenance people, I think.
I really
Sides are down way too long at times.
No, I agree with that.
Close them, get them back open.
Mine was kind of with the times. Yes, of course, bring trams back, get everyone fully staffed. Top of the World Lounge, I can name a billion places that are not fully open right now. Let's get things 100% back to where they were.
But churros are back, so I mean that's
I guess, yeah. Just get everything fully staffed, because that's just what I would do.
Back to day one, there is one thing that I would announce day one that would be, I would be like, we're shutting this down until it opens with my desire. That would be the blue milk stand would be closed.
Nope. Got to keep that open for Wes. Wes, I got you, bro. Yep.
Nope, I'm not. No. We're closing the blue milk stand. It's coming back as just a straight up blueberry shake, ice cream, like a Frosty almost, like you get across the studios. And that's it. It's just blueberry. We don't need any weird green. You know what? Wes could have green milk if he wants. We'll make one for him. I don't care. But we're having regular blue milk that's actually going to sell.
Okay.
And it's going to be in shake form.
Whatever you do,
and
I'm putting rum in it.
Throw some rum in. You can throw some.
Yep, that's it. Then nailed it.
Yeah. We're going to fix blue milk.
Okay.
And yes, that's a non-negotiable. And I'll tell the board. Watch, we triple our profits on blue milk.
Okay.
So, any other short-term stuff, Derek?
Not short-term. I got some long-term ideas though.
Oh, the long-term. So is this the 5-year? I mean, short-term, long-term, immediately 5 years.
I have a 5-year plan. I have an idea.
5 years now,
yes.
Then, because that's more long-term.
So
okay.
I love the idea of Galactic Star Cruiser. I think it's a phenomenal idea. A themed, immersive resort that leads into a theme park. However, you have 3 other theme parks that do not have that.
What?
I know. I would love to announce and develop ones, hotels that actually are more to a different park. So my idea for Animal Kingdom, if you remember Downtown Disney and the Adventurers Club, you have a hotel that's exactly like that, put up next to Animal Kingdom. So it's a smaller one. Everyone's adventure-y, and it's kind of themed and different. You're kind of interacting with hunters and gatherers. So it'd just be all in on that one. And then Epcot, or I was trying to think one for Epcot could be all different worlds, or you could go, I actually was trying to think Marvel and kind of shoehorn that in, but I don't know if that's going to work with, down the road. But yeah, Magic Kingdom, you could definitely go all in on the fantasy and have a gateway in there. So just some sort of hotel that is specific to that park, that has an entrance just to that park. And I love that idea with the Galactic Star Cruiser, and I want to see each park have its own.
Nice. I like that. That's ambitious.
Yes.
So my short-term announcement of what we're doing in the next 5 years is Skyliners every which way.
Oh, that was actually on my list too. Yes.
So I'm lots of Skyliners. We're going to connect everything.
I want a Skyliner going over another Skyliner, and you wave at the people below you.
You're going to just be amazed that you don't hit each other. There's going to be so many Skyliners.
It's like dueling dragons, or wah!
Yes.
And then you miss.
Right. And
okay.
So it would start with an expansion all the way from Caribbean Beach all the way over to Animal Kingdom, stopping at Water Park at Coronado. Branch from Coronado would have a hub that brings in the All-Stars. Then you get over to Animal Kingdom Lodge. From Caribbean Beach, you go the other direction. You make a stop at Disney Springs, and maybe a hub in there somewhere that gets you to French Quarter, Old Key West, Saratoga, and Riverside. The Disney Springs stop could actually be at Saratoga, so it's not quite as convenient for people to park at Disney Springs and finagle their way all the way over to Animal Kingdom or Magic Kingdom. But that's what I want. I want a full-blown Skyliner network.
See, I want to add on to that because I actually had that written down, but I also have Pleasure Island. I want that to come back somehow, like a new version of that. And I feel like your Skyliner could help, it feeds into that.
Get people there.
Yes.
Whole new location.
Location of Pleasure Island. We'll call it something new, but I really enjoyed that area when I was younger, and I feel like Disney needs something like that still.
Sounds good.
There you go.
I think the traffic is only going to get heavier, right? As more
we just talked to
homes
Michelle.
are
We
built
can't freaking, get... Oh, traffic. Got it.
Traffic.
I traffic to the parks.
Traffic.
I don't know. You can't... I don't know. The way you drive, I don't know. Get bob and weave.
Wiggle our way through traffic. Yeah, I'm very good at that. So I like the Skyliner. That's my 5-year. Within that 5-year, I'd also like to say 2 attractions. Don't know what they are, but one would definitely go into the Stitch's Great Escape Alien Encounter.
That was my day one, Doug. We're announcing that.
Well, you didn't announce what's in there, but by year 5, I want something in there, operational, right?
That's day one. I would announce 5-year plan. We're getting something in here.
Also, by year 5, I want a new attraction, not necessarily a e-ticket, but one step down. That's going to be a people eater at Hollywood Studios. It needs another ride, not a show, not some little filler, but it needs another ride that's not replacing something, because everything that's been built there has something else was closed to build
ride. You're right.
They could have that done in 6 months if they wanted to. There's no reason. There's the animation courtyard almost big enough for one. Probably is.
No, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Aladdin fit in a smaller space.
Yeah.
Get it done, Disney.
I don't
understand. They need another ride. It has to have another ride.
Yep.
If I'm a CEO, that's Hollywood Studios has to have. In my 10-year plan,
I hate spinners, but I don't understand. They eat people. That's why I like them. It's like Epcot, you're getting a spinner. Hollywood Studios, you're getting a spinner.
No height requirement.
Exactly.
And
I actually wrote that down, by the way, that Epcot's getting a spinner. So for my long.
Where are you putting the spinner? Because I put it in England.
Oh, that's where I put it. I was going to do a Mary Poppins spinner where she's holding the umbrella, and that's part of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
A lot of people would think you put a carousel there, but that's too on the nose.
No, it'd be fun. I'm just thinking something where you have an umbrella.
Yeah, the umbrella be in the center.
Yes.
Yeah,
Done.
it's perfect.
It's almost like that one at it's in California Adventure. It's Flicks Flyers or whatever it was. Yeah.
And now it's Whirlwind of Emotion or
Emotions
something
with,
like that, or Emotional Baggage, or I don't know.
But that's all Disney needs to do. I'm sure some
Spinner.
of those, spinner rides you can buy in bulk.
It's not going to be a rope drop attraction. It will not have huge lines all the time.
But Kent will have to do it on his ride challenge.
That's really the best part about it.
Exactly.
Figment themed, maybe?
Could be. I like it. Heck, there's room over there for a spinner.
There's so much room in Epcot for a spinner. I mean,
10 spinners in Epcot.
Now we're
Every ride a challenge spinner edition. But actually, here's what's funny. After going to the Mall of America again a few weeks ago, I'm like, there's like spinners on acid that they have that you could put in any one of those parks.
Yeah, there's like height requirement spinners.
And details, Doug, details.
Yeah, I mean, but
we rode the stupid Blues Clues ride, and I was like, why couldn't we have this? Name a character, like literally put every Disney character in a hat, pull one out, boom, that's your next Blues Clues spinner ride that does nothing but eat toddlers.
They would use the wheel of naming.
Yes, there you go.
Be the magical, flicks. I guess we already have one in Animal Kingdom, but it's too easy. And I don't know why we don't have one at Hollywood Studios to alleviate.
CEO, it can't be that much. Like, I know we're all, crunching numbers here.
Pocket change for the company.
I always love when Disney is like, well, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, really? Really? For who?
And it's not like something that would escalate and cost like, well, we were surprised that it cost this much was R&D. Like, there's no R&D. You're putting facades on things. If you haven't figured out how to do that predictably, then I'm not sure what you've done the last.
Whatever happened to Himes down in California Adventure, where you go, I'm eating this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, put that somewhere in Animal Kingdom.
You had to demo it. Put it somewhere.
Yeah.
They reused one thing out of that or two?
One thing out of all those. It's just like that could have easily been put in Planet Watch or something.
They also
like that.
put the smallest capacity ones in Bugs Land.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the Triceratops spin and Aladdin, they are bigger capacity, right? Yep. So you put one of those at Hollywood Studios, done. I would do that in short term. It would be a quick turnover to alleviate. And I feel like in that short term, that first 5 years, there has to be another D ticket open. Something on the scale of Mickey and Minnie's.
Yep.
And it can't close something to do it.
I agree.
Where are you putting it? I don't care. Parking lot, whatever. Figure it out. Put it on top of something.
That's what Imagineering's for. We hire people.
Figure it out. Parking garages all around.
Yep.
All right. Should we get to the long term?
Okay, sounds good. I got a couple. Yes. We haven't been fired yet. Yay!
I probably had said something on Twitter and I'd been fired.
The problem.
That's 10 years. I'm not gonna make that. Anyway, all right. What do you see in 10 years?
I have a few. One is Reflections is going to be rebuilt, and I'm going to build a even cooler resort than Reflections.
What are you naming it?
I don't know what I'm naming it, but I love the area that it's at, and I really think that would be a really perfect place for a resort because I love the wilderness and just that area, and there's so many things you could do. It's what I like about that area. It's almost like an escape away from the theme park, and I feel like that is your whole resort. It's like you're at a theme park, but really, and I know it's kind of like Fort Wilderness, but it could be like that,
but not campy.
Yes, not camping.
Yeah,
I don't know, something that's rustic. Such a great area, and it just needs to be
with
done.
The lake and the woods, and it's one of the great things about Wilderness Lodge. But I don't feel like Wilderness Lodge was built on the water as much. Like the main building isn't as on the water as they were planning with Reflections.
The cabins are phenomenal.
Yeah. Which that's on the water.
Yes. And so Reflections could be all that. I don't know. But that land, they already cleared it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Do something with it.
That's a good. I think you got to build at least 2 more resorts, right?
Yes,
In your
that was
10
one of the
years.
areas I wanted to put them at.
And that spot is perfect. I think you could do something else over by Coronado,
Yep.
that area, because it is so centrally located. But you're already building resorts
Oh
at
yeah,
every
theme
park,
resorts. Yes.
where I didn't do that. So I think you could build a resort somewhere that is like they pretty close to doing the Epcot entrance one, but you already have resorts that walk right in
Yeah.
to Epcot.
That's why what's going to set it apart. That's why I like my theme idea.
Yeah,
Someone listening to
I
this has
see
got to
that.
back me up on this one.
Yeah, I think a resort that walks in a little closer to Hollywood Studios would be good. I don't know where you put it,
Yeah, where
but
there's
I don't know.
nothing.
But I would like that. I mean, the Star Cruiser is not one that you walk in from. Like it's so specific, right? But a regular resort. Also, I forgot this in my immediate thing would be a stinking sidewalk from Animal Kingdom Lodge to Animal Kingdom. That is
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That'd be on my immediate list. But 10 years, 2 resorts, and I would like to dabble with a 5th gate.
That's okay. We're on the same page.
I think by 10 years,
Well, I think
you're gonna have
Universal's
to,
going to have another gate, of
right?
course. So I think it
So
needs to be at least looked at or
close to open.
Yeah.
Close to open in 10 years. But you got to have that 5th gate because there's as the CEO, you got to keep the board happy. So you have to increase revenue, but you got to counterbalance that with crowds. So
Yep.
you can't just keep selling the same stuff and have the crowds get bigger because at a certain point the crowd can only get so big before people stop coming. The only way you have to reduce crowds and continue to make money is to raise prices, which is what's going to happen until there's a 5th gate.
cough, inflation, cough.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, it
inflation;
happens.
it's just crowd control,
Well,
right?
it's just Disney in general, too.
Yeah, it's all of
Have
it.
you ever
And
noticed Disney's prices ever going down? Like, even as CEO, I'm not making prices go down.
if they didn't go down during 2020,
They're never going down.
never
ever.
going
Yeah.
down until our
Sorry, people are
whole
yelling at
economy
us right now. Like,
collapses.
if you were CEO, wouldn't you make prices cheaper? No.
No, if I'm CEO, I have to keep my job, and the only way prices could get cheaper would be like if you overbuilt and you couldn't fill the park and nobody was in your park to eat
And
and
that's a bad
dine and
thing.
shop.
Yep.
That's the only reason prices would go down. And they're not going to overbuild because it's really expensive. So 5th gate, I think it's got to come because you got competition up the road, and all the new things they've added lately are replacements.
Yep.
Like Frozen Ever After, it's a replacement. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, replacement. Galaxy's Edge.
It's
It
a replacement.
replaced
It is.
multiple things.
Yeah.
It replaced quite a few. We lost Honey I Shrunk the
Love that playground.
playground, right? We didn't get a playground in Galaxy's Edge, so
Also,
that's
why is there not a playground in Galaxy's Edge?
so many options.
I would love to just, like, if I'm CEO, we're just going to have a little meeting about Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge is a whole nother topic for me, I
Yes.
think.
Like, it's already built, so we can't really do much to it, but it's just like,
But I would be like, actually, this is a day one thing. I'd be like, go find me some guy in a Darth Vader outfit and get in the heck over here.
yeah.
People would lose their mind.
Yep.
You'd have this little
I would-
subset that would be like, but timeline. And I'd be like, don't care.
I would put a character meet and greet area. Like, I don't even care if it looks jankety. Like, yeah, you go through this area into a hut, whatever, and then there's like 9 different character rooms. Yeah, I would keep them separate. Like, you wouldn't be meeting Jabba next
Maybe
to Kylo.
as you
but,
go
like,
from
one room
room,
to it's progressing.
time
Time
you can travel
warp.
through
There
time.
you go.
We have had time travel in Star Wars and Rebels. They did it.
Hey, there's
they actually did it.
Bo-Katan, next room. You know, we
Right.
just keep going up through it.
You-
But, like,
and you
I
just
would love
go
to
through
do, like,
doors.
9 characters in a row, meet and greet.
You could do it and keep it.
I would
in
lose my
timeline.
mind by about character 3 or 4. Easy. And then you get through 9 of them.
You would have loved Star Wars weekends.
I
back in
know I
February.
would have, Doug.
Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
it was amazing. Well, that would come back too. Star Wars weekends.
Okay.
We'd have Disney characters in Star Wars costumes. I don't care if it
I don't even
confuses
understand how it's
children.
still not.
That's
Also,
it's
what
they're
children
saying
are
such it confuses
confused?
children. Like they know that's
A
freaking
child.
Goofy wearing a Darth Vader costume and polka dot boxers. He doesn't wear the pants.
Yeah.
He wears like box. It's hilarious. And Mickey is, wearing a Jedi robe. Kids are not dumb. They know it's Mickey Mouse. If a kid doesn't, then maybe theme parks aren't for them.
Okay.
That's
day one. Okay.
Yeah, day
I
one.
agree with you. A fifth park. There's a few other things I would do. Of course, I would love to rework on Epcot some more, add another country or two countries. I feel like with the space, they could definitely do more. Like what's happening with Epcot's a Band-Aid in my mind. I would love to really go in and just go to town on Epcot.
I think I'd be okay as a CEO not adding a country if we added an attraction.
If you you literally get a country to pay for itself. Like I would just put on Twitter, hey, any countries want to pay for this? And I'm sure you get a few at least, being like, hey, we'll do it.
Would you?
I don't know. I'm assuming you would.
Think Australia, they don't even want tourism, so that's out.
Well, they're out right now. Fast forward a couple years.
I don't know about Australia.
Brazil. I'm going to go back to Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes.
Do they have money?
I don't. They got to. Come on.
No, they're a debacle. I don't know. Brazil would be great, and then it would trick all the tourists from Brazil to go there, and so you just avoid it.
Stop killing my buzz. I'm adding a country, and I'm fixing the Yeti.
I'm okay without adding if the right plan was presented to me as CEO, sure.
Alaska,
but I'm not going to
the
go
air conditioning.
out.
We've talked about it on the show, Doug.
Antarctica.
Oh, Antarctica, my bad. Yes. Oh, wow, that was bad.
And penguins.
I would love some penguins.
There's no penguins in it.
Penguins need to be in Animal Kingdom.
Why are there no penguins?
I know.
Our zoo has 8 gazillion
Our zoo has
penguins.
so many penguins. You know they could ship some down there. They have like multiple penguin areas.
Yeah.
In fact, both of our zoos, because we live in different cities.
I was going to say even... Yeah.
Actually, by the way, did you know, our listeners, they added a new penguin at our zoo. His name is Doug.
Yep.
Doug's a penguin.
Rockstar penguin, by the way. He's...
Didn't know anyone's still named Doug anymore, but yeah, they're naming penguins.
Definitely a penguin.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
there
right.
you go.
Well, we've hit pretty long time on this. Anything
longer
else?
Than I thought.
Yes.
I'm good. I just want to keep my job because every year you make a lot more money.
That's true. And then what I love is in the final year or years, Bob Iger, you kind of have like this slow exit. And it's like you're still making money and you just got to shake hands with everyone and wave and do the book and the tour. And you're like, didn't you retire like 6 months ago?
Buy a professional sports team because you have that kind of money at that point.
I'm like, I realized Bob Iger, I'm like, I thought he was done. Nope, still there. Okay.
As long as the stock's still going up, you got a job.
Yep, that's it. Man, different life, different lifestyle completely. One we will never know.
Never know. No.
So, all right. Well, we want to hear from you guys. What would you do if you became the CEO of Walt Disney World? You got full control of the parks and all the other things we didn't really dive in. I had some ideas for foreign parks as well, Doug. We'll have to talk about some other time. But yeah, we want to hear more about you guys. So go on to @RopeDropRadio. That will be all of our polls and discussions this week. And of course, if you want to book a trip to Walt Disney World, Michelle was on earlier. It's busy. I really want to get there, Doug. Not going to lie.
Yeah, they need to just open all the hotels.
All of them. Because I was shocked when I was like, oh, I can't even get there and I have annual passes. So if you want to book a trip, do it now for later. And at least, if anything, get on with Michelle and she can definitely navigate you to help you plan and budget the perfect trip. So her email is in the show notes, but we got to get to the Patreon show. Thank you to all of our Patreons for your support. And for Doug, I'm Derek. You've been listening to Rope Drop Radio.